There's a lot of new stuff we know about this newest update in Steel a Brainrot, and we're gonna check it out today, starting with the Taco Lucky Block, of course, that we know is coming and is going to be in this Taco Tuesday. I know it's not exactly for the update, you know, coming next weekend, but still, it's worth mentioning, right? Of course it is. So there it is right here. It looks like that. And what will it contain? Well, obviously, Sammy is saying that he's working very hard on Taco Tuesday and the next weekend's update. So this only leads me to believe that, yes, we're gonna have more types of brain rots in the Taco Tuesday, of course, because we only have 3, like, specific taco brain rots, okay? Of course, the Tortini Bombini, the Tipito Pitaco, and then the Los Nos Hospos, I don't even know his name, right? That's the thing, and like one of them is secret. Those are cool, and they will 100% be able to be obtained from this Taco Lucky Block. All right, let's not beat around the bush here, but there's probably gonna be some other brain rots that could actually be in this Lucky Block. I feel like that's the most likely thing possible for this. Now up next, it's the date is going to be September 6th, which makes a lot of sense. And then of course, what we do know about the update from the Roblox page, we know that it's going to have a brand new machine, which is something that Sammy did also state in the last admin abuse he did. So yeah, that's happening, I suppose. That's the case. That's really cool to see. What can I say? So, new machine. Now, what could it be? What could it possibly be? Well, I do think it's gonna be a type of machine here that isn't going to apply a trait. I feel like he's hyping this way too much for it to be that. So, it's gonna be something along the lines of, you know, the fusion machine, okay? Like, what kind of machine is it gonna be? I actually came up with a really interesting idea, and I feel like it might be a fusion machine. What? No, what am I saying? My head's jumbled up. I meant it's gonna be an evolution machine. That would be awesome. You could take your brain rot and then, you know, spend some, like, a lot of money or whatever, or something along these lines, maybe a new type of currency, and then you could just evolve it and maybe it turns into something better. Obviously, Sammy cannot possibly take all the brain rots in the game and have them, you know, have him add more stuff to them, you know, to like evolve them. That's a bit much, but I'm just saying, do like Clash Royale and make evolutions, you know? That would be awesome. So, like, maybe your, you know, your Team Cheese could maybe turn into a Berber Patapim if you're lucky, you know? Something along these lines. That would be awesome. That would be very cool. And would give more progression. That's just my idea, though. But, again, we don't know anything about this machine. There's no way to tell at the end of the day. And, of course, last but not least, is obviously we're going to get some sort of OG brain rot. Sammy isn't going to be spawning these at all throughout these admin abuses, so they're going to be very hard to come by, and I know it may feel like they're not even in the game for a lot of us players that just like aren't super crazy, you know, stacked or anything like that, but I'm just saying, they do exist, and he's probably going to add more, which overall increases the chance, technically, of one appearing. So I'll just leave you guys with that, really. That's kind of what we know about this next update, and there's going to be way more revealed to us this week in the following days, so I'll be very sure to show you all of that. Bye-bye!